Fear-based mind control is commonly associated with cults, secret societies, and mass media. But fear-based mind control is also present in the Christian church. Yes, the church. And it's more common than you think. So what is fear-based mind control? Let's first review one definition of mind control as it relates to cults. According to spiritwatch.org, cultic mind control is the process of either unconscious or intentional change of an individual's behavior, thought, and emotional patterns through subtle, deceptive, and damaging means by unethical spiritual leaders who hold positions of trust and authority over them. There are several techniques used in mind control, but here I will focus on one: fear. Based on the above definition of cultic mind control, I submit to you my definition of fear-based mind control as it relates to the Christian church. Fear-based mind control is the process by which trusted authority figures, such as preachers, use fear tactics to change a person or person's behavior, thought, and emotional patterns. The use of fear-based mind control is commonly used by some preachers who are always trying to coerce or manipulate their congregations into tithing 10% of their income or sowing financial seeds. Many Christians are being exposed to fear-based mind control and don't even know it. Here's an example. A few days ago, I was watching a prominent preacher give a sermon. During the sermon, the preacher got on the subject of tithing. In her sermon, she said, "If you give God 10%, He'll bless the 90%. Then she went on to say, "If you don't tithe, the devil will take all of your money." Now, I'm sure you've heard some preachers say something to that effect in one way or the other. Some preachers are constantly threatening their congregations with something bad happening to them if they don't tithe. If you are being exposed to this type of message, then you are being exposed to fear-based mind control. Let's break this fear-based mind control message down by first revisiting my definition of fear-based mind control. Fear-based mind control is the process by which trusted authority figures, such as preachers, use fear tactics to change a person or person's behavior, thought, and emotional patterns. A message in which a preacher tells you the devil will take all of your money if you do not tithe has all the components of fear-based mind control. First, there is the trusted authority figure, the preacher. The fear tactic is telling you the devil will take all of your money. This fear produces an emotional change in the congregation. The congregation is now afraid. This fear causes a change in the thought pattern of the congregation. The congregation now thinks paying so-called tithes will keep the devil from taking all of their money. As a result, the congregation pays so-called tithes, and this reflects a change in behavior. Of course, this is just one example of how fear-based mind control is used in the church. So why do some preachers use fear-based mind control tactics on their congregations? Simple. Because it works. And this is why fear-based mind control works. Fear is a powerful emotion. By nature, human beings fear bad or negative things happening to them. So consciously or subconsciously, people do things to avoid the experiences they fear. So Christians who fear that something bad will happen to them if they don't tithe are susceptible to this type of fear-based mind control message. Even though this type of fear-based mind control message is effective, using such tactics on the body of Christ is not biblical. The Bible teaches that God has not given you a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. God doesn't want you acting out of fear. When you come under the influence of a preacher who has used fear-based mind control, you have given your power, and in some cases your money, over to an unethical preacher. Also, fear and love cannot occupy the same space at the same time. So when you act out of fear, you have abandoned the spirit of love. Finally, a fearful mind is not a sound mind. Because when you're overcome with fear, you do not think rationally or use good judgment. Free yourself from fear-based mind control. Reclaim the power, love, and sound mind God has given you. This is R. Renee with the tithinghoax.com. Until next time, thank you for watching.